Now that you've sewn the outer layers together, trim the excess fabric so that it is close to the stitches. Be careful when doing this because you don't want to accidentally snip the stitches. I'll explain why you need to do this later. Then, it's time to turn the pad inside out. Put 2 fingers inside the hole and pull the insides out. Once it has been fully turned inside out, you'll want to use something long, like a chopstick, to poke the edges out. Earlier, I talked about the importance of trimming the excess fabric from the pad. If you don't snip the excess fabric, your pad will look like this. It has bulky edges. But if you trim the excess fabric, it will result in a flat and thin-looking pad like this. Now, go ahead and trim your pad and turn it inside out. The pad is starting to look like a pad, so you're almost there. Next, sew up the hole using a sewing machine or by hand. You can tuck in the edges and sew up the hole. If you use a sewing machine, your stitches may be visible like this. But if you like your pad to look neat, you can use a hand stitching technique called a blind stitch. You can also use other stitching methods to close the gap. Watch on if you like to know how to sew a blind stitch. Otherwise, skip the next chapter.